I'm Tom from DIY Life Tech, and this is a look at how to clean the emergency drain or overflow drain in your sink. So people call this a variety of things. Some people call it an overflow drain or backup drain, emergency drain. I like emergency drain because it feels so important. This is the little drain in the back of the sink. And today I'm going to show how to clean this out if it gets dirty. So we're going to start by just taking a microfiber cloth, and I'm going to wet this with some hot water and just do an initial cleaning, just sort of rinse out inside. But really, especially if you start to notice smells from the drain here, it probably means that it needs to be cleaned deeper inside. So we're going to do this first, get a little bit of the gunk out, but then we're going to move on to our full cleaning. Now to do that, I'm going to take a funnel and I'm going to put it into the drain here. And then I'm going to take some baking soda, and this is just your standard baking soda. I like to use the Arm & Hammer, and we're going to pour it down that funnel and do about a cup, pour it into that emergency drain. So you can see I've got it in the funnel. I'm just going to work it. Some might spill out. It's okay. I'm just going to work as much of it as I can down into that drain. Let's see, as I'm doing this, I'm getting quite a lot in there. And you can see I've got quite a lot of that in there. It is pretty gross on the inside, so I'm glad I'm cleaning this out. And you can see it's pretty well packed into that drain now. Now my next step, we're going to put the funnel back in, and then we're going to take vinegar. I've got my 100% vinegar here, and we're going to pour that down the drain here. And that's going to react with the baking soda. Baking soda is a natural deodorizer, but when you combine it together with the vinegar, we're going to get that foaming action, almost like a volcano in a kid's science project. But here, the combination of those two things is going to really get a lot of good foaming action going and clean out that drain. So here we go, adding the vinegar. You can hear it foaming away in there. I'll put a little bit more directly in. And then we're going to let that sit for a good 10-15 minutes or so to really work its way in. You can hear it still going in there. Okay, so after 15 minutes or so, now we'll have loosened everything up. The vinegar is a nice strong acid. It's going to help to break down anything in there. Now we're going to take some very hot water. I put this in the microwave, get it almost up to boiling or to boiling. Be very careful here. And again, we can use our funnel or we can pour it directly, and we're going to pour this hot water down that emergency drain to help continue to loosen up some stuff in there. And it should flow pretty well. If you had problems with it flowing before, after that vinegar and baking soda treatment, that should help a lot. Now let's get our microfiber cloth back in there. We'll push it in, move it around again. And then my final step, I like to take a 3M Magic Eraser. This is the really awesome Magic Eraser product that they have for the bath. And I'm going to tear a little piece that'll fit into that hole on here. I'm sorry, that's a Mr. Clean Magic Eraser, not 3M. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wet this, activates it. I'm gonna push this into the emergency drain and do some cleaning with that too. And one final trick, if you've got some little rust stains like I had around the top there, you can put some salt on your microfiber cloth, rub that in. Now that won't necessarily totally eliminate those, but it will make them much less prominent. You can see at the end we have a much cleaner sink emergency drain here. It's going to flow better, it's going to smell better. It even shined the metal on the outside here a bit. Obviously not something you have to do super frequently, but if you start to notice odors or it's not flowing as well or it's just getting kind of rusty, it's a nice way to clean up that part of your sink. If you found this helpful, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps.